Welcome to Ultimate Report. I'm Mary Winkenwerder. Creating internal expression into wearable art is a unique ability. Some would even say it's a gift. One jeweler takes surrounding elements and partners them with dazzling natural resources to create incredible pieces of wearable art. This episode, we meet with designer Suzanne Kalan to learn more about her unique design aesthetic as well as her recent work for Diamonds with a Story. Suzanne, welcome to Ultimate Report.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Thank you for joining us. It's great. It's really exciting to have you join us today. So have you always wanted to be a jewelry designer, and what inspired you to become one who crafts beautiful thought and emotion into jewelry?
Well, I really did not ever think about becoming a jewelry designer until much later in my life. I was about 26, 27 years old when I decided to become a jewelry designer. Before that, I wanted to be a translator, interpreter. So I love languages, and I was studying languages. But then I got married, and I had my daughter, and I was at home, and she was a great baby. So she was sleeping most of the time. I was a stay-at-home mom. I decided to make some jewelry for myself, and I did that. I made some for my sister, got a lot of comments, compliments, questions asked. Finally, a store owner asked me to design a collection for her. And that's how the whole business started. My father, my father-in-law, my husband, all were in the jewelry business, but I never thought that I would design jewelry. It just happened by accident, and I love it.
Wow, that's amazing how those situations start and how they grow into something amazing. So let's talk about your work. What kinds of pieces do you create?
Rings, bracelets, necklaces, and earrings. I love rings. I have trouble wearing earrings. I do love earrings, but I can't. But my next, favorite thing is to wear rings. And so when I'm designing, my first thought is, what kind of a ring should I make? And I start with that thought. And from then I move on to a necklace, earring, bracelet, whatever I need. But most of all, my very first thought is, what do I need? What am I missing? That's how a design will start.
So what attracted you to Diamonds with a Story?
Actually, Rio Tinto came to me requesting, asking me to design a collection for them, and I was so honored and so happy when I heard the news. I couldn't believe it. Was very excited, and when I saw the diamonds, when I saw what I was going to work with, the diamonds from the Argyle mines, the color diamonds, I thought this is just perfect for me. I love color, and champagne and brown diamonds are just so beautiful, especially the ones from the Argyle mines. They're very brilliant, very pretty. Different shades of browns, so you have a variety of colors to work with, and that's how the whole thing started.
So in your recent collection for Diamonds with a Story, what materials do you use to create these pieces, and what types of Argyle diamonds are set into these pieces?
I use gold, 18 karat gold, in rose, in yellow, and in white. The first collection we made, and I haven't still moved on to the second, but the first collection we made was the rose gold with the Argyle diamonds, the browns, and we're using different sizes of the rounds, the Argyle diamonds, and different shades also. Using the different sizes and shades in one piece gives that piece of jewelry a very interesting look. It just makes it, you really want to take another look and see what's going on in that piece. The pendant I'm wearing and the ring I'm wearing here are part of this collection. So if you look closely, you have many different sizes in the piece. They're spaced apart a little bit. There's a space in between each diamond, so you really can see the beauty of each stone. The stones are great quality, very sparkly, and they're different shades of the browns. I just did not go with one color. I went with a bunch of different colors. So it creates a lot of interest. Everybody wants to take another look. Everybody wants to see what's going on in the piece, you know, to take a very close look at it. So that's what my thought is.
So I absolutely love the way that you've taken all of these different colors of diamonds and the different sizes of diamonds, and and setting them the way that you did, but separating them so that you can see the beauty and the personality of each diamond or each stone, and have them come together to create a unique single statement. I mean, that's just incredible.
Thank you. It's just I want to create pieces that are a little bit classic, but also unusual, but wearable, but interesting. It has to be interesting. It can't be a boring little piece, and it's not me. It has to be a little bit different.
Absolutely, it has to be unique. So, on average, Suzanne, how long does it take you to create a piece of jewelry?
Depends. Some pieces, it just moves smoothly, and it's in my mind. I'll come in to work the next morning. I say, this is what I want. We'll sit down, draw the design with my CAD designer, and have it printed, casted, set all together. If it moves very smoothly, it should take about 2 weeks. But if there's a lot of changes and things going on, sometimes we stop in the middle and go back to it a few weeks later because it's just something's not right. And then all of a sudden, when we go back to it, it just moves smoothly and it turns into a beautiful piece. So it could be a couple of months before we go back to that piece we started with. Something's missing, and then I'll think of something else, and yeah, it works. But normally, a small, simple piece should take about 2 weeks.
So where can we purchase pieces from your Diamonds with a Story collection this fall?
We're all over. We are at Neiman Marcus in the US, select stores. We're in a lot of independent stores. Online with us, and at SuzanneKalan.com. Also, we're in Liberty of London, Harrods in London, Zoom in Moscow, Artisan in Takashimaya, Japan. We're at some other independent stores across the world and the country.
That's great. And for those who like to catch up with, who want to catch up with Suzanne Kalan online, where can we connect with your online communities?
Instagram is where we are very, very active. You could see a lot of our designs on Instagram. You could see what's going on, where we are, what shows, everything that is happening. We will have it on Instagram. We do also have a Facebook, but we're very, very active on Instagram. So you could see us there.
Well, Suzanne, thanks so much for joining us. It's been great having you on the show and learning more about your collaboration with Diamonds with a Story, as well as your design aesthetic. It's absolutely a beautiful work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mary.
All right, catch up with me on my blog, www.beautybeautereport.com, on Twitter @BeautyPublicist, and on YouTube, Ultimate Report. Everyone, thanks so much for joining us on Ultimate Report. Have a beautiful and successful week. Mwah!